is crazy tonight, la 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight, la 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 la.
And here, you should hear me again. Hey, we start again. I was telling you, I've experienced a lot of crazy mercato sessions. A lot of mercato sessions. Crazy mercato sessions in my life. A lot, because I'm old. But I don't remember mercato is crazy in the month of January. I really don't remember mercato is crazy in the month of January. Or at least like this one, with a Capitano that is leaving, with one of the top players of Juve that are there in the middle of a tornado, might leave. It's already a ping pong game, eh? It's already a ping pong game. When I start feeling the ping pong, I am scared. I'm extremely scared. You are asking yourself, Beppe, what are you speaking? Ping pong. I will tell you in a second. Ciao Juventini of the world. My name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. You will probably ask, Beppe, video in the morning. Beppe, video 3 hours 30 ago. And now again alive. What was so urgent to discuss together with Juventini? Actually, a lot. We need to this because otherwise I would not have been live. But we have some fresh updates after the latest video I did, and I wanted to stay together with you also on a Friday now. Ciao An7, ciao LJJ, ciao James Stanislavski, ciao Bogdan, ciao Ali. They think I have started to hate on Di Marzio. Sir Raz, non c'è più riposo. There is no rest anymore. Ciao Juve Cornercast, guys. Juve Cornercast, young creator, young content creator that is speaking, of course, about Juve. If you want to, and you want some different opinions, some different vibes, go and follow Juve Cornercast. Always nice to have young creators that were followers one day of this channel, subscribers of this channel, and who knows, maybe I inspire them a bit to try to take a microphone, a camera, and say, I also want to speak about Juve, I also want to share, or maybe saying, Beppe, great, fantastic, Uncle Beppe, but I can do better. I have better opinion, I will do it on my own. Grande. Really brave from you, and I wish you all the best, of course, my friend, Juve Cornercast. Ciao, mezzo 396, whatever happens, Forza Juve, whatever happens also to the microphone, because you know it, disaster. You know what happens? I know what happens. It's that also with the videos. When my computer is asking to do an update, and I do the update, actually it's taking all my settings from the microphones away in all my different programs. So when I'm recording with OBS, if I don't pay attention, it will be totally muted, one. Then, if I don't choose the right microphone, it's a disaster. And also with the different programs, like this one, for example, that I'm using, you forget, it takes it away. So if I don't pay attention, disaster. But anyway, I hear you, I read you, I see that you are saying, Beppe, it's a disaster, can you please pay attention? And that's what you are doing. Ciao Michael Raso, ciao Thomas Maklov, grandissimo. Always, no, I think I'm quite reasonable with the hours. Hot hours, as Beppe would say. Am I saying that, hot hours? But it is indeed hot hours. Ciao Jake, grandissimo Jake. Nini Baranto, they're saying no voice, Beppe, like Ali, like Sigas, like Stavros, like Charns, that is also saying, Beppe, there was no voice, like Ahmad. Colorful Records, mamma mia, what a beautiful name. Yeah, we fixed the sound in the meanwhile. Beppe, what a week with the microphones. I just explained it. Kolo Malocchio. Kolo Malocchio with playing with the audio. You know what is Malocchio? It's the bad eye. It's Malocchio, it's the bad eyes that bring bad luck. Like this one, for example. It's a bit dirty, guys, because it's there taking the dust in the... But this is against the Malocchio. Against the Malocchio. You know what I will do, guys? I think we need it, no? Okay, vote, guys. Because it was hidden, hidden behind Marchisio. Should I put it in the wall visible so that people can see it, at least for tomorrow against Milan? Vote, yes or no. Against the Malocchio. Should we put it in the wall, yes or no? Tell me in the chat. With a maximum of yes, maximum of no. Let me know because I need your help now. What is this? Oh, what is this? People do not know what it is. It's really common in Greece, in Turkey. It's actually to take away the malocchio, the bad eye, the bad luck, to push it away. Thomas is saying no. Why no? Thomas, you need me to explain because all the people in the chat are saying yes, Beppe, put it on. We need it. It's time to do it. It's really time to do it. We need to put it on. We need to put it on. Mercato got us superstitious. It's not about the Mercato. It's more about the game of tomorrow, guys. If we can help, let's put it there. No, for the people that are saying no, you need to explain me. You need to explain me. But we are really unlucky with the injuries, with the Mercato, a lot of players there, and then no, because we need to win without it. But we tried, we are never winning. Okay, because the majority said yes, so I will put it here somewhere. The most beautiful sound got me is the one from Jelu. Thank you for the donation, my friend. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. That's the spirit, my friend. Thank you for a beautiful donation. Grande, grande, grande. You saw? Oh, I turned myself immediately. Grande, grande, grande. People are saying, sorry, Beppe, but if you notice, no one wants to be us at the moment. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. You know how much they are jealous, how much they would love to be Juve, how many clubs, how many players, how many tifosi they would love to go through 4 or 5 years of difficulties to be Juventus. Guys, die. They would change even their mother to become a Juventino if they could. Die. Let's not exaggerate now. Don't go and fall into depression because you have a few trolls that are mocking us at the moment, which is correct. When you have difficulties, it's correct that there are people that are taking revenge. For once that they can, I take it, honestly. Honestly, if you ask me, Beppe, do you change that really difficult moment for being a Napoli fan, an Inter fan, a Manchester City fan? No, I don't take it. I don't change for anything. I prefer having a bit of bad moments in my life, which happens, that goes really here. The pain goes here, broken heart, tears, anger, because I know that soon I will go on the top again. And I know, I just don't know when, but I will go there on the top again, and we will celebrate, and we will go with a huge, big dominance again. Just being patient, which is annoying, of course. I would love to celebrate a bit more, of course. But guys, don't believe these guys. You know how long they were waiting for this moment. There were some kids, they even didn't know that another team than Juve could win the Scudetto at a certain moment. They said, we play, but the important is arriving second because the first spot is already there, parked for Juve. Dai! Ciao Sader, grande Sader. Do you remember the turbulences? But we said it, that the turbulences, he was ready for the turbulences for Serie A. We will speak about, of course, the update about Kolo Muani in a second, but thank you, Sader, for your donation. Thank you, Jelu, again, with a super sticker this time. So, Jelu, okay, if every minute you want to support the channel, I appreciate that. I really appreciate. First with a beautiful donation, and now with a super sticker that is saying, cool vibes with a sticker. Grande. Do we have an update about Conceição? No. At the moment, no. Which is good. Soon is very subjective, Beppe. But you know, it's like when back then, when you had the Nokia 3310, 3310. You remember that Nokia? At a certain moment, it went on loop, and you know, it was written on the screen, 1 moment, please. I don't know if you remember these days back then. 1 moment, please. And you saw that it was a And the problem is that you were in front of a dilemma. What do I do? Because back then you could remove the battery. Removing the battery means it's zero. You put it on and you start it again. But when it's written, one moment please, you wait, guys. You wait. How long? 1 moment, please. It's written on the screen. So it was really a dilemma. What do? I take it away, the battery. I just wait a bit more. So yeah, I'm sorry, guys, but this is the reality. At the moment, we are in a moment where it's 1 moment, please. We should maybe call some of the lives like that, or the momentum of Juve. Like 1 moment, please. How long, Beppe? 1 moment. 1 moment. 1 moment. Attenzione, we have Ninip in the chat. Grazie, Ninip, for the donation, my friend. I don't see Cambiaso sales as a mistake. Oof, unpopular opinion. Attenzione, for 70-80 million, we can reinforce and improve the defense. That's a lot of money for his qualities. I want to really answer that question about Cambiaso, because it's an important one. Give me a second, I come back on Cambiaso. First, I need to give, of course, the update about Kolo Muani. Ciao, Jake. Grande Jake. And then we have Gelu that is continuing the marathon. He's continuing the marathon. Who will stop Jake? I will not stop him. I will absolutely not stop him. Thank you, Gelu. I said Jake, but it's Gelu, of course. Thank you, Gelu. Allora, attenzione. Attenzione. Ragazzi e ragazze. We go. First, we go by order. The first one is even if it's already written on the thumbnail, so it will not be a lot of and a long suspense music. But the one of Pedula we come back later because it's not really a breaking news. But this one is, unfortunately, Kolo Muani will not be able to be on the squad list for Juve Milan. We were waiting until the last minute of today to make it official. Some people like Giovanni Albanese were saying that there was even a chance until tomorrow morning, but apparently they understood that even tomorrow morning it would not have been possible. So not in the list for Kolo Muani. We recuperate has been announced by Thiago Motta, Dusan Vlahovic, that will probably not have 90 minutes in the leg. Even if he stays 90 minutes on the field, probably will not be 100% on form. I was counting a lot on that player to already be in our stadium, which is always important. So Kolo Muani will not be there tomorrow, and he will also not be there against Bruges. Why? Because we know that the players that are joining a team that is playing in Champions League, they cannot play the next 2 games of Champions League, which is, I think, a real bad thing from UEFA. They should have thought about it before. Or you finish the games before the 31st of December, or you change and you put, I don't know, the mercato after the last 2 games. I don't know, maybe anticipating these 2 games, I don't know. But like that is really a disaster, because I understand that you cannot put new players but it's 2 games on 8. So we are speaking about how much? 25%. Yeah. Am I not wrong? I'm not wrong in calculation. So 25% of the game that you cannot add players, that these players will miss. But unfortunately, some players will leave your team. So if you are playing against Bruges, for example, that is selling 0 players, they have their total team. With you that is missing, for example, now you're missing maybe, probably not, but maybe a Cambiaso. Maybe you will miss, I don't know, whatever. And you cannot replace them. Guys, we are already missing a lot of players, like Bremer, like Cabal, of course. But usually, when you start again the campaign after the mercato, these players can reinforce you and coming into the new list. And it's not the case. So it's really a disaster for Champions League. So he cannot be there. For people that are asking, he will not be there in Champions League. Unfortunately, also not tomorrow, which is a huge pity. I tell you why. Because if tomorrow he could have played maybe 35 minutes. Just 35. letting Dusan Vlahovic rest. Well, Dusan Vlahovic would probably have more energy for the game of Bruges in Champions League that I tell you is crucial to win. If we want to avoid the playoffs and go immediately in the top 8 and hoping that the other ones are not doing that well, to qualify immediately in the first 8, well, you need to win Bruges, you need to win Benfica, which at the moment is really big, yeah? When we're speaking about victories and Juve, at the moment it's difficult. But, it's not only having the player, but it's also having the player at disposal in Serie A to let some player rest, which is really, really bad. Serra said that Bruges sold Olsen. It's a really good player. To Wolfsburg, again, 40 million euro. It's a really good player. Skav Olsen. A good, better like that. Bravo. It's Andrea Olsen. He's also really, really, really good. So that's good. Bravo. Bravo Mercato. Bravo Ceferin. That's what you need to do. I love you. Really good from UEFA. No, but it's like that for everyone. I know it, but it's not really fair. It's really bad. So don't forget that I need to come back on Nini Baranto. Did I say thank you to Jello? Yes, I said thank you to Jello. And then we have also Paolo Bugs. Ciao bello. When, how, why Luis start? Thank you for the donation. I don't think tomorrow, which is a pity, I believe. But I don't think that he will play tomorrow. Maybe in Bruges. Not tomorrow. As far as I know, not tomorrow. I'm also waiting for the predicted lineups of tomorrow that should start to arrive. But I didn't see them yet, so hopefully I can see them soon. But at the moment, I didn't see the predicted lineups, but I don't believe that tomorrow he will. It's a plan to have him in starting. No, at the moment they are not there yet, so we'll just wait. We will discover the predicted lineup in a second. We'll speak about it. Let me also say hello to our friend Mohammed El Shehali, that is in the chat with us. I saw some beautiful emotes that is, of course, representing our beautiful Mo that is there. Mo El Tactico that is there. That's the nickname on YouTube of Mo. Thank you, Mo, for always being present here. Grazie. Thank you, amico mio. Yeah, he will start. Tomorrow he will start. Please put a like button. So, situation of Kolo Muani. Are there still questions about it? Yes or no? Because I didn't explain now. Maybe I always suppose, guys, that you watch the videos. But it's true that not always everyone has the time to watch them, to follow every single video or the news on social media. But actually what happened, and it's a total disaster, and that everything that could go wrong went wrong. I called it... La loi Muani, the Muani law, referring, of course, to the Murphy's law, which is when something can happen, it will happen. It has always been turned into when something can go wrong, it will go wrong, which is not always correct, because the Murphy law is not only the negative things. It's just what was written will happen. That's a bit, the concept. But it's true that if we're looking at that negative side of what can go wrong will go wrong, well, everything went wrong with Kolo Muani at the moment. It's a player that had problems with the plane. The medicals was postponed the day after, losing a day. The videos were taken away for image rights of the player, Paris Saint-Germain. Then the player is still not a player from Juve. I heard that he's already training, but of course you will not see any images of that. But apparently he's already training with a team. Hopefully he got not injured, because if he gets injured, mamma mia, it's a total drama. But the player is there in Torino, and he's waiting for what? That Paris Saint-Germain, they solve the situation. Apparently Cristiano Giuntoli was pissed off, because yes, they knew, but extremely late about that. So due to rules of FIFA, you can loan out a maximum of 6 players away from the country where you are, excluding under 21, excluding players that were grown up in your youth academy. Okay? So usually 6 is really a lot. If you're excluding under 21 and grow up players in your youth academy, for example, I'm just saying, for us, it could have been the case of Huysen, Soule, Baranece. All these kids could have gone on loan. and that would have not impacted it. But Juventus could Miretti, for example, on loan to Genoa would have been 0 slots. Who can be a slot, for example? There is players like, I don't know, you loan out Milik, Arthur, these players are counting away from Italy. So if you loan them out in Italy, it's not the case. Okay? The problem is when you have these extra large teams like Chelsea, like Paris Saint-Germain, well, they go for it, huh? So they go with Renato Sanchez is on loan. They have 6 already. He's the 7th. And that's the problem, that he's the 7th. So Paris Saint-Germain said, don't worry, Juve, because one of these players, then they're talking about the name, I don't know exactly. One source says that name, the other source says that name, but we don't care. But apparently one they want to let come back from loan, the other player they want to sell permanently. Should be fixed really soon. The problem is that Juventus was really hoping that it would have been done before Juve Milan, and it's not the case. It's not the case. Bravo. Karavic is giving us the players that we have on loan away from Italy. Facundo Gonzalez, Rugani, Kostic, Jalot, Nonje. We can loan out of Italy one more player that is not, for example, Fagioli would not count because he's a homegrown player. No, Chico is not there tomorrow, Lorenzo. Has been said in press conference, so we recuperate Vlahovic, not Chico Conceição. He will not be there yet. I told you, huh? What did I tell you? I told you, we are playing that many games in a row that if you have a small injury, that makes no sense, a really small one, you're already missing 3-4 games because the games are one after the other. If it's a bit more serious, well, disaster. Now, Maria, I just explained everything about Kolo Muani. I just explained every single detail about it. So, it's just what we are speaking about. Now, there is absolutely, from all the sources, not to be worried. The player will be a Juventino. The player will be a Juventino. That's already agreed. No problems between the club and the player, Juventus and the player. With Paris Saint-Germain, no problems, yes, but a bit annoying. On that one, guys, there is not Juventus to be blamed. You cannot blame Juve on that one. The circus is done more by Paris Saint-Germain that didn't warn us on time. Now, if you have to look at what Paris Saint-Germain is doing with their players, guys, a bit of, we don't know. We cannot know everything. They need to know if they can or not. If they agree, then it's their responsibility. So I will not blame Juve on that one, please. That would be not correct, I think. But Juventus pissed off, of course, because they said, oh, guys, first of all, you warned us, you told us really late about that small little problem that we were not aware about. And secondly, you're not even able to solve it in the times that you probably told us, promised us, which means that we have a player now. We went extremely fast, according to us, to find a player. We went for him, and now we miss him, and we will have him probably against Napoli only. It's a pity, because that means that the player we already missed, if we wanted a striker, with Giuntoli said we will not go for a striker, I told you he's lying. I knew he was lying. But already missed Juve Milan Supercoppa, the derby della Mole, missed Atalanta, will miss Milan, will obviously miss Bruges, so it's already 5 games in January that he's missing, for his very first debut in a big game against Napoli, away from home. It's a lot, It's really a lot. Look, this is something that I read, but I believe it, but I cannot confirm it because I didn't read it black on white myself in the rules. That's something that I need to go and check myself. But apparently, not now, because that's what a lot of people were confused. They were thinking now immediately you can change 3 players. No, it's after the 2 remaining games. So after that one. After that one, apparently, but that's a bit confusing. They are telling us you can change 3 players from the list. In our list, you need to replace Bremer. You need to replace Cabal. It's already 2 players that you're just replacing. If we already take away Danilo from that list, Cambiaso maybe from that list, at a certain moment, I don't know how Arthur is in that list. So, 3 players, guys. If we go for 2 center backs, Kolo Muani and Alberto Costa, that's already 4 players. One will be out. One will come hoping to play Champions League and he will not participate. No, but yeah, of course you can take away who you want. At the end, you can take away 3 players and you put 3 players in. So you can swap 3 players. Of course, I will not swap Bremer. You never know, even if it's tough. But the problem is not really who you replace. Instead, in taking away, because that's easy. And you take away Arthur, Danilo, and maybe Cambiaso, and these 3 players are out. The problem is who do you put in from the players that you sign? Because Juventus could potentially even go for 5 players. Okay. Now, Marco Genovese, 29 mesi, 29 months. How do you see the second half of the season going? Today it's really difficult to answer you that question because we don't even know. I would have loved, because now we are just the 18th where I live, I would have loved that we had at least 1 center back. At least 1 center back. And that center back is not here, so I have no idea who that center back will be, and we need 2. And I didn't know Cambiaso voices. I would not have believed that Cambiaso would have possibly left in January. I have an update about Cambiaso, indeed. I have an update about Cambiaso. So today is difficult. Also because we are in a situation, not only mercato, but also the team is not unlocking themselves mentally to win some games. So it's really difficult to predict. Really difficult to predict. I have always said before the season, before mercato, before the injuries, before the first games, when I knew about Thiago Motta, I told you, I believe sincerely that we will do well in Champions League. I always said not winning, but I believe that we will do well in Champions League. That's something I have a really beautiful feeling about. At the moment, we are not doing bad in Champions League. Let's see if we will really qualify in the top 8 or top 24 and then understand if we will go through or not. I believe that if Juventus is qualifying to the top 8 is already what we can call a beautiful, because we are back in Champions League, guys, with a total new team in a new format. If we qualify in the top 8, I would say it's a beautiful one. If we are in the top 24 and you win the 2 games of playoffs, home and away, I believe that you did the job. You did the job. Then if you go 1 step higher with that team that we have now, I think that really Juventus did really, really beautiful. Then everything that comes is really bonus. Is really, really bonus. The financial objectives from Juve in Champions League is to qualify to the next stage. Qualifying to the next stage is also the playoff. That's important. So 2 more games than the 8 was in the target of Juve. If we reach the playoff, so if we are in the top 24 and we play 2 games, playoff home and away, Juventus financially reach their objective of Champions League. Then, if you go through, better, because then it's on top of what you planned initially. Pino is late, no worry. Like Sasha was late today as well, I saw it. Saraz is reminding us, Beppe, Juventus will do great in Champions. No, I said, on the 5th of June, Juventus will do great in Champions League next year. Who still believe in that one? Of course, when I tell you we'll do well, I told you it's not winning the Champions League, which would be fantastic, of course, but that's not what I intended. But in my thing, it means going over the playoffs minimum. Beppe, give up, you're crazy, or Beppe, your prediction will last. What do you think before going towards the other comments and also the other news, because now we need to speak about defenders, huh? I love Ta. I believe 1 year ago I said that was really a player that I wanted on a free. Has also an Italian wife, so I think he would love to go in Italy. He's a German player, so no problem with extra EU. But he has an Italian wife, so I said that would have been really, really, really great. But I think he's gone to Barcelona or Real Madrid, but I believe Barcelona. So we lost track of Ta, but I remember that I mentioned the name of Ta. Where does he play? It's written Leverkusen. It's written here, guys. Leverkusen. Okay. We enter the defender list. Can Araujo still join Juve? Yes. Potentially. Theoretically. On paper, he could potentially join Juve. Why? Because he didn't sign the extension with Barcelona officially yet. Juventus was waiting for the final yes or no. Today I heard Fabrizio Romano that said the contract will be signed soon. So in theory, he could, in theory. But no, he will stay. He found an agreement with Barcelona, so he will stay with Barcelona. So forget about Araujo, and that's why we start seeing now the next news about Juventus. According to Fabrizio Romano, tomorrow, Juventus have planned new approach to AC Milan for Fikayo Tomori in the next days. Still high on Thiago's list. Juventus also got David Hancko. Hey, by the way, it's not Hancko, it's Hancko. David Hancko initial green line to join their project, likely to happen in June rather than now, as Feyenoord insists to keep him. So it's Hancko, not Hancko. I always said Hancko, but it's Hancko. Thank you for the guy that told me in the comment and even sent me a YouTube link telling me, Beppe, look, he's presenting himself and look how he's pronouncing it. So from now on, it is Hancko. Hancko. Okay, I give you the update and everything what happened with Fikayo Tomori. And then we can speak about Danso as well, Antonio Silva, and all the defenders that you want. We already spoke about Araujo. So Araujo was, from the moment that he became a reality or a possibility, he was the first choice, without any doubt. That was the player that Juventus wanted to go for. Then the president spoke with him, everyone spoke with him, Deco, the sporting director, spoke with him, and things changed, which happens, unfortunately, because we know it, that mercato is crazy. I come back on Cambiaso, calma, I will come back on Cambiaso. Now, when we heard that we were looking for maybe two defenders, and we knew that Tomori was not happy at Milan with his coach, he was not even playing anymore after that penalty situation. Do you remember? Birthday penalty given to Theo Hernandez. He was not happy with the club, he was not happy with the coach, and Juve and Milan, they found an agreement with a loan. And we spoke about it. We showed you here the slides that we had. Do you remember?
Do you remember?
Do you remember that we spoke about it? We showed you the slide that there was even already everything was black on white. What was it? If I'm not wrong, it was 5 million for the loan. People are people are laughing because he's back. He's back.
Do you remember?
So this is so funny. This guy is so funny. He will kill me. He will kill me. He will always kill me. Mamma mia. He will go to maybe Al Aliyah. I can't wait. I will follow the Saudi Arabia League without hesitation. Oh, Nedved to Al Shabab. Allegri to Al Ahly. Cristiano Ronaldo Al Nasser. Cancelo Al Hilal. Demiral Al Ali as well. This is a league for Juventini. If you want to go and watch Juventini, go and watch Juventini. Wow. Allegri on the bench. I know everything about that guy. I know more about him than his wife knows. I know he has no wife. He has girlfriends, a bit here, a bit there. Incredible. Incredible. But what was I saying? So they found an agreement. I think it was like 5 million plus. It was 5 million for a loan for the remaining part of the season plus 25 million euro for the obligation at certain conditions. So it was an option that could become an obligation. Okay, player was happy, Milan was happy, Juve was happy. Of course, it was not the very first choice on the list, but they were happy also to form again Tomori, Kalulu, center duo, the one that won the Scudetto with Milan. And I always told you that the Cristiano Giuntoli always had that special eye for the Scudetto Milan. Luckily, not for Calabria, that at a certain moment for one day, for 12 hours, he was linked to Juve. Luckily not. But then Conceição arrives. Fonseca is out, Conceição arrives, and Conceição is putting himself in the middle of that negotiation and say, whoa, calma. With me he plays. And indeed, the 4 games that Milan played, he always played as a starter. Now with Pavlovic, that is leaving, with Ciao, that is injured, according to me, it would make totally no sense. If I was Milan, okay, you go with, what's the name of the guy there? Walker, but he's a fullback. That's not a center back. So it would make totally no sense for Milan to sell him to us. I don't understand it. They would be crazy. If they do it, they are really crazy. Then, everything can happen. Huh? So I don't understand the tweet of Fabrizio. I don't even understand if it's true. Huh? I don't understand why Juventus would still insist on Hancko Tomori. The situation is evident. Then, if you are able to go for that player without overspending, because if you tell me that you give 40 million euro for Tomori, guys, then I don't understand it anymore. But it's really strange. Here you see again, Gianluca Di Marzio, he spoke about Kolo Muani, but I explained to you already the situation. Did he speak about Tomori? I think yes. So let's go on his site to read what he said about it. He said, the latest mercato news about Juventus. It's again a trendy name on the list of Juve, Tomori for the defense. They are waiting for the official offer for Cambiaso from City. So 2 news in one. Juventus is looking for at least 1 center defenders, and with Araujo, that is closer and closer to renew his contract with Barcelona, Hancko Tomori is back as a trendy name. The Uruguayan defender Araujo was indeed the preferred one for the defense of Thiago Motta, but the player is now really close to renew with the Blaugrana club. For that motive, Juventus is back on Tomori and is ready to do an offer. This makes nearly no sense, but to actually attract Milan even more, they would be ready to permanently sign Kalulu. I think I understand. So, okay. So what Juventus would do probably, if they have Tomori, is give us Tomori on loan with the option that becomes an obligation, and we sign immediately, permanently, I was about to say Kolulu. No, it's not Kolulu, it's Kalulu. We sign permanently Kalulu so that they have faster the money and the reassurance. Because, guys, Kalulu is not at risk of not being signed permanently, no? It would be, so they have faster money because you know that they missed a lot of money with Okafor. So that they can continue with their mercato. It's not a bad strategy. You are sure to sign permanently Kalulu. You anticipate the full money. Makes sense. Makes sense. But what would not make sense is that they would sell Tomori. Anyway, then the English defenders would love to stay at Milan. But the black and white club is working to convince him. According to me, it's not even convincing the player. Because what I heard, and there are so many voices, some voices are saying he really wants to leave, and even if he's playing, he wants to leave Milan, he wants to go to Juve to join his friend Kalulu. Other people are saying, no, it's not true, so I don't know. The only thing here, seriously, that makes me totally crazy is, why would Milan miss 3 defenders in one session? Because we are speaking about Ciao, Pavlovic, and also him, to reinforce Juve, where they are battling for the top 4 position. It's strange, no? According to me, it's really strange. Then the latest on Cambiaso. In the meanwhile, Juventus is waiting for the first official offer from Manchester City for Cambiaso. The English team is studying the offer to present to Juve that asked for 80 million euro to let him go in January. I will come back on the defenders, but as Di Marzio gave us a beautiful assist, we can speak about it. We can speak about Cambiaso. First, let me tell you about Hancko. Hancko, I don't know why suddenly today everyone goes with everyone, Fabrizio Romano, Di Marzio, Pedula, they go with David Hancko to Juve. We knew it already, no? I knew it. Here on the channel, Hancko, sorry guys, my bad. We knew it, that he would have been a Juve player. We knew it, 100%. I had no doubt about it. The only thing that I wanted was bring him now, not in June. Who cares about June? Seriously, who cares about June? In June, you probably have Bremer, then you have maybe other opportunities. Maybe you want to go for him. Good, good. But I don't care. If today they go and they block Hancko, who cares, honestly? I don't care. David Hancko to Juventus, promised husband and wife. So they will marry. It's a marriage, it's a wedding that is promised. But let's build again with the behind the scenes. They are speaking about the 30th of November. Yeah. He's still saying there is still a small margin for January. If not, they will speak again about it before the Club World Cup. There are still not any definitive agreement with Feyenoord, but it will be crazy if they will not close the deal. Of course, in a few months, Juventus will spend a bit less than the 25-30 million euro that they could potentially spend now for the player. Maybe even in putting Facundo Gonzalez as a permanent signing there. There is not really something new. Guys, some people are saying hopefully they will qualify really fast, Feyenoord, because if they qualify to Champions League, then, if they already make 1 point, they would be nearly certain to be in top 24, and then they can let the player go. I don't think so. I think it's the other way around. We should actually hope that they don't go in top 24, because if they don't go in top 24, then, only then, probably they don't need a player anymore. Hancko is 27. Unless he did the birthday yesterday, which can happen, that I didn't check. Let me check. But as far as I know, it was 27. Now, you know why I'm checking? Because usually, usually, the Italian papers, they love when a player is linked to Juve to give him like 1, 2, 3, 4 years more. I don't know what is this trend. No, he just celebrated 27 1 month ago on the 13th of December. So he's just 27, not 28. No, I don't agree. If that's Remco, if you follow him and you don't like the player, I have no problem with that. Of course, we have all our opinions. But if you're just basing your opinion about his 28 or 27 or whatever, and that's why you prefer other players, I think it's totally a wrong way of thinking, personally. Totally wrong. For a lot of things, because 27 or 28 is not old at all. It's absolutely not old. 1. 2, we already have an extremely young team, probably too young team, so a bit of experience, a bit of maturity would not be bad. 3, because the defenders especially, they become much stronger and much more mature when they are older. They are a bit less good when they are younger. They are maybe a bit more dynamic, but at 27, guys, what are we speaking about? 27 is old now. So no, let's not exaggerate. Then if you tell me, Beppe, I don't want Walker, that is, I don't know how old he is, 33, 31, boo? How old is Walker? 34. That's a total different story, yeah? That's a total different story, that you don't want to bring in a 34 years old player. I understand that. I would not have gone for Walker, that has been really fantastic in his career. But no. 34 is something. But that, if we now start saying, hey, he's old, and that's why I don't want. Then if you tell me that I don't like the player because he played in Eredivisie, because the level is small, because we never saw him at a big club, because I have some doubts, because I don't know, whatever reason, then I tell you, or maybe because he's dangerous, because he's doing a lot of tackles, then I will tell you, maybe you're right. If I think that 35 million is a lot, yeah, of course it's a lot. But first of all, we didn't speak about 35. We spoke about 25, 30 now in January. I don't know why. Remco, he loves to put like extra numbers. Suddenly he became 28 instead of 27. And now he's saying, don't you think, Beppe, that 35 is too much? Yeah, 35. But we just said 25 or 30. Like here, I will put, to make it bigger. Of course it's big. But you need defenders. We were not in that situation in the beginning of the season. In the beginning of the season, we had Bremer, we had Kalulu, we had Gatti, we had Danilo. We were not in that situation. Then the situation made that we are in that situation because of injuries, because of bad relationships between Danilo and also the huge big drop of form of Danilo, because of a lot of things. And now we need to go for at least 2 center backs. But Hancko is a player that, guys, if you tell me Hancko arrives this January, then I am happy. Because Hancko, Tomori, Kalulu, Gatti is a respectable center-back line waiting for Bremer. Hancko can play on the left. If Cambiaso will leave and you play, just saying. On the left side, Hancko, Tomori left center back, Kalulu right center back, or even Gatti right center back, Kalulu right back. You have a really respectable defense, not the best one, could have done better. Yes, you wait for Bremer next season. You're really good, huh? You're really good. If you want, you can continue to play with McKennie as a left back, with Hancko as a left center back, with Kalulu next to him, or Tomori on the right side. You know, Tomori and Hancko are two names that I think that would reinforce us at the moment without spending too much, because Hancko is not excessive in price. 20, if you can close for, they don't want. So you need to increase a bit. 30 million euro. It's a player that I would do. A player that can play left back, center back on the left, a left foot player, dynamic player, physical player, a player that plays high on the ball, a players what we are missing. Really strong with goals, with the headers, on corner kicks, on free kicks, set pieces. So I would love that player. I think that that player is a priority. It's not a coincidence that it's really the priority of Juve. So for me, Hancko is top of the list for all what he can bring. And if I need to increase even to 35, because in the situation that we are in, I would do it to anticipate it for January. I would do it. Then if you tell me 45, 50, no. But until 35, because we are in that situation, I would do it. No? Skriniar, if we wanted Skriniar, it would have been yesterday. Not yesterday. Already 18 days ago, it would have been in Torino. I don't know if it's smart, by the way, to go for Skriniar. Because Skriniar is a player that is earning extremely a lot of money, not playing since really long, and it's a player, Skriniar, that you need to sign from Paris Saint-Germain if you want him. And by the way, we just heard about the mess about loaning out players. Bravo, Saraz. Saraz is saying, guys, we already have problems with one player that we are not able to sign because the slots of loaning out players are done. Forget about it. So Skriniar, it's not smart. That would be terrible, Remco. Now, Remco, I will try to also speak with the other ones because the things that you are telling me are not really correct. Jonathan David cannot come because he's extra European. Skriniar cannot come because the loans are up. The other one is 27, not 28. He cost 25 or 30. You're telling me 35. I will speak with the other. Anyway, bravo. Cambiaso. What I'm scared about is when we start, and that's what I said in the beginning of the video, when we start with the ping pong situation. The ping pong situation means that everyone is, it's not me, it's you, it's not me, it's you. No. We personally, no. We would not love to sell the player. No. Honestly, no, Remco, I'm joking, Remco. Juve, I go back, Juve. No, Juve, selling the... Manchester City approach the player, they talk with the player. If he leaves, what can we do? For an offer like that, we cannot refuse. Ping pong. The ball goes to Cambiaso. Me. I love Serie A. I love Juve. Honestly, if it was for me. No. I like Manchester City as well, a lot, huh? If Juve wants to sell me, if they cannot refuse, I say yes. The other one. And now, when we start with ping pong, guys, it's over. The last time I saw that in Serie A, who was? It was not Juve. Who was last time we heard this kind of ping pong? No, we selling. No. The other one, me leaving. The club of my heart, I was a tifoso since I was young. I don't know. It was not so long time ago, huh? No, it was not Sergei, no. Bravo. Ifadag is saying Tonali. It's Tonali. You remember that Tonali story? Not me. I'm a childhood club. Ooh, have been always a supporter of Milan. No. If it was for me, I would not do it. If the club really needs that money, then I cannot refuse Newcastle that is putting me at the center of the project and this and this and this. The club Milan, no. We would not love to, but you know how it is. Guys, we know it. We have the experience, and it happens with Pogba was a Pogba 1.0. No, I'm not sure. I don't want to leave. I would love to stay at Juve. Let's see the talks. We selling Pogba? No. We saw these kind of things. We saw it. So, what do we know? That Thiago Motta said the player, we play him. Tomorrow we play him. He plays. He's probably sending also a message to Giuntoli, or they are sending a message to Manchester City. Tomorrow is a big game, Juve Milan. It's a really big game. It's important for the top run. If tomorrow we lose against Milan, they are above us. Tomorrow is a big one. No, it's not one last. I thought you said one last chance. No, it's not the one. It's maybe one last chance. That could be. I think the message is, guys, we don't care. You want the player. Give us the money because we will continue to play him. We play him. Cambiaso is an important player. We play him. If he Caro is saying Beppe, and what if he gets injured? This is the message that they're sending to City. He plays, If he got injured, go and find another one. We play him. That's the value of the player. It's 80 million. Then, of course, it will never be 80. You know how it is. And then it's 70, 65 plus 5 of bonus, whatever. It will never be 80. But you start with a price. But that's the message that you sent to Manchester City. And also to the player saying, oh, guys, we cannot refuse it. But if you refuse with all your strength, with all your power to go there, you are a starter at Juve. An important one. That's the message that they're sending to everyone. But again, I tell you, from the moment that we start hearing a ping pong, Juve, look, Thiago Motta said, no, he plays. The other one is saying, no, we don't want to sell him, except if there is an offer. Cambiaso, we hear he loves Serie A, he would not love to, but he's listening. Guys, the situation is clear. There were some talks already in the month of May 2023 that were attractive. Then Juventus understood it, that it was a player that was really appetitable on the market. There were a lot of clubs that could have gone on him, and not for a lot, because after that first year, he increased in value, but not yet at what is today. They renew the contract. They increase him to €2 million. Guys, I tell you, and because people are saying, Beppe, we don't care about finances. At the moment, guys, we are in a situation where we cannot spend a lot in terms of salaries for player. €2 million for Cambiaso. Because we don't want to give immediately €5 million to Cambiaso. Because if you give 5 million and you have again people that are knocking on the door to sign him, what will happen? That you are blocked, you cannot increase anymore. Look at the mistake that you did with Dusan Vlahovic. He's earning 12. What can you do? The only thing that you can do is go down instead of go up. You see? Go down instead of go up. So the strategy of Juve, because we are financially in problem, is lower the salary mass of everyone so that you can have margin to keep the best and to increase them. It's the same with Kenan, guys. It's exactly the same with Kenan. We renewed him, but he's quite low in salary. He's quite low in salary. I don't remember by heart how much, but he's really low in salary. If he continues to play like he played in the last games, there will be a talk, so you are obliged to go and renew soon, and that's what Juve is doing. Tack, every year. Bremer renewing, Gatti renewing. By the way, Did you hear about the renewal of Gatti? We were speaking about it in October, I believe. We are in January. We didn't hear yet about that famous renewal of Gatti. I said it today. Nobody's speaking about it. It disappeared. Let me check. When was the... Yeah, that was the first time that we... No, that's when we renewed. I remember that I said it live. You see that day. That day we announced it in October 2023. I remember. Oh, it's on the Juventus site. Mamma mia, beautiful.
Colgo anche l'occasione perché oggi è un giorno un po' speciale, diciamo, perché ho siglato il rinnovo. Ne parlavo prima che ormai è diventata quasi una seconda famiglia, quindi oggi c'erano anche i miei genitori, la mia compagna. È stato quasi più emozionante vedere loro emozionarsi, quindi è stato veramente un bel giorno. Poi proseguire la carriera qua, avere la possibilità è sicuramente una bellissima emozione, dai.
I'm emotional. I'm emotional, guys, because I did a lot, Actually, they are speaking about it's my bad. They were speaking about it in the beginning of January. That nobody was speaking anymore about the renewal. But you see, pay attention to it, So Raz, I know that Gatti spoiled the extension. Yeah. How do you not get attached to a player like Gatti? There are a million whys. I think if you can lie, you cannot like affinity. Affinity, I believe, like for everyone. Some people they love certain people, some people they don't like them. You see, Rick is already telling me, Beppe. He's not. Attenzione. Then we will continue with Mercato, of course. It's beautiful. I didn't want to go live. We spoke, about Kolo Muani, about Hancko. We spoke about Tomori, that Juventus will try. We spoke about Kolo Muani, I already said. About Cambiaso, it's not over the discussion. No, but just to finish Cambiaso. Guys, I think he's gone. As easy as that. Closing the discussion. I think that he's gone. Now, attenzione. No surprise here. No surprise. The predicted lineups of tomorrow, which Giovanni Albanese is again a 99.9% correct about. I think I even know how he knows, but I will not reveal it. I think I know how he knows, but I will not reveal it. So, Di Gregorio into the goal, Cambiaso on the right side, McKennie on the left side, so Savona will rest, Gatti and Kalulu, and there is nobody else. Locatelli, Thuram, Kenan Yildiz continue for the fourth time in a row on the right side. We know it. Chico Conceição is missing. Koopmeiners, there, Bangula and Nico Gonzalez. So it's actually McKennie, instead of being the 10, drops again on the left. Savona goes out, so it's one player. One player that is one player that is changing from the Atalanta game. Oh, attenzione, because there are some messages I didn't read. Huh? I will come back on the line. Let me say thank you to Matthew, Grande Matthew. Beppe, can you buy a Arthur shirt before end of January so we guarantee he's off the team? Guys, you want the truth? I should do that. Huh? I should do that. Seriously. But what a disaster! What a disaster! And then we have Matthew that is there a Juve tax? There can be, if there is a Juve tax, there can be a Manchester City tax. No, that one I agree, 100%. Grazie Matthew, grazie Matthew for helping. Nilip said, I don't see Cambiaso sales as a mistake. 70-80 million. We can reinvest and improve the defense. I wanted to buckle up that discussion because you know, if you are a club that knows that for the next 5, 6, 7, maybe even 10 years financially you will have no problems because you have certain broadcast revenues, marketing revenues, you can allow yourself at a certain moment to say no, we don't sell for 70-80 million euro. We don't. If you have no certainties about broadcast revenue, if you are in a difficult situation, you are obliged, especially if the philosophy of the club is go break even again so that you are sustainable and that you can manage yourself instead of every 2 years asking again to the ownership to pump money, which we did without any results. So I can understand it. The huge big difference is that in the past we were smart enough to have already a solution. So we have already the alternatives to that. At today, honestly, I'm really scared, and that's a reality, that maybe I will be positively surprised. So let's keep the door open, but I'm really scared that we don't even know what to do with that money. That if we have that money, we will improvise, and we are the 18th of January. Tomorrow we play, so forget about anything tomorrow. And that's what I'm scared about. Gatti will not be sold this January, Kelly. No. You see what I mean? Because if you receive that cash in 70 million euro and you ask for Dorgu, for example, they will ask you 40 million euro. Lecce is really smart, the sporting director. Or you already have an agreement with Dorgu and the club Lecce, and you're just waiting for officially selling players cashing in, then I understand. Otherwise, it makes no sense, guys. Otherwise, it makes no sense. I'm really scared about that. I'm really scared about that. Because 70-80 million euro is good, yes, but then if you reinvest in how many players? You know what I mean? Flying Tracker is saying, isn't the goal being financially balanced, thus keeping money from the sale of Cambiaso? Yeah, you keep a part, you invest the other one, but you finance yourself with that one. So it's not that you sell him and you will not replace him. You will replace him, but not for the money. Then I'm always saying, guys, you want to keep at all cost Gleison Bremer and then injury. You wanted to keep at all cost Federico Chiesa, you wanted to keep at all cost Alexandro. Sometimes the train is over and the players goes in big down. Some players, they lose motivations. Some players, they got injured, so sometimes you just cannot refuse. In the position that Juventus is in today, we cannot refuse. And it's a sad reality, but it's a reality. So for the lineup, let me put it bigger, guys, because otherwise, no. And we have only 184 likes. This is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. Here we are growing a bit, which is good. Not enough, so people that are watching and are not subscribed yet, hit that sorry. People that are watching and didn't subscribe yet, please hit that subscribe button and also help me with a like. The last time it helped a lot. More likes we had, more the channel was shared, helped really, really, really a lot. So thank you for that. So continue to like the video if you didn't yet. What I was about to do was showing you the lineups in a bigger screen, if we can do. Bravo Beppe. Much better, no? Okay. So, Di Gregorio, Cambiaso, Gatti, Kalulu, Locatelli, Thuram, Yildiz, Koopmeiners, Bangula, Nico Gonzalez. You know it. And you know, my opinion, Koopmeiners is on paper a 10. He's not on the field. He's a player that is looking for his position. When we play centrally, we are able to find him. When we don't play centrally, we don't find him. Better against Atalanta, but absolutely far from what we are expecting at the moment. So we are expecting from him to step up. I told it against Atalanta, I would not have played him. I would have played Douglas Luiz instead. But it is what it is. Bangula is back after a return of rest from the first minute. I'm absolutely not against it. Dusan Vlahovic, and attention, because Dusan Vlahovic back with Juve on the bench, but not starting according to Giovanni Albanese, which makes sense, because the first day that we saw him training with a group, if I'm not wrong, was on Thursday. So that's the team to play against Milan. McKennie on the left, Cambiaso on the right, so they have a bit more experience on the fullbacks instead of Savona. That, if I'm not wrong, Savona against Leao, when on that 0-0, that was really a disgusting game, we all remember, but he played really well. He cancelled totally Leao. It was, of course, a different Leao than now with Conceição, but probably he thought it was the moment to rest him. Cambiaso is back, he plays on the right side of the field. So a bit more experienced defense. Locatelli, Thuram, I had absolutely no doubt about that. Koopmeiners will be there. Yildiz on the right, Bangula. And who do we have on the bench? We have Dusan Vlahovic on the bench, we have Weah. But you see, guys, Weah, that did a beautiful start of the season. He's not, according to Thiago Motta, good enough to play in his position, that is right winger. Because if Conceição is not there, you play Yildiz on the left, you play Weah on the right side, no? So he doesn't consider him to be the starter there. Enter, yes, he can substitute all of them, which is also a strategy, but he's never playing. Last game he was not, this game he's not. So from Conceição, Supercoppa goes out of the field, who's playing? Yildiz. So he prefers to change the position of Yildiz instead of playing Weah. You see what I mean? So that's the lineup of tomorrow against Milan. Honestly, with what we have, it's not a bad lineup. But it's true that it's strange that you need to play, and that's my really, really annoying thing. You don't have a striker, which is a promise in the beginning of the season. And in defense, if you need to change Cambiaso from the left to the right side, you need to change Kalulu from the right to the right center back to the left center back. If you need to play with Gatti, that Thiago Motta is not 100% happy about, and if you play with McKennie as a left back against Milan, guys, it means that really bad luck was there, but we also messed up, and probably Giuntoli with a defender there on the 2nd of January would have partially solved that situation. if really you wanted to wait and you had that name. Look, I told you, there was, according to me, one valid reason to not go for Sergio Ramos. And that valid reason was that you already had a player, that you were sure that he would have been there on the 2nd of January. Because he was free. He is free. And I think it's really, 1 year contract of the player. You bring a bit of a leadership, a bit of stability. You have a player that maybe cannot play all the games, but he would have been able to play. So, according to me, Sergio Ramos was a missed opportunity. Then, if you brought me one defender, a big one, a good one, on the 2nd of January, I would have said, look, we had bad luck. Unfortunately, with some extra injuries, we waited, we took the bet, and okay, it happens, that we waited for so long, but on the 2nd of January, you have your defender. The problem is that we are the 18th, and we still don't know. Today, we read, Tomori will make another attempt, even if I don't believe. Milan would be crazy if they do it. They would be really crazy if they do it, but I don't know, guys, how crazy they are. Hancko, Feyenoord doesn't want to sell him. Araujo, he stays at Barcelona. We have Danso. That's what I made a video about this morning. Danso is a really, really good player. But honestly, guys, it would not have been the first choice. He's a good player, but he's not a good choice. Zirtalks, saying, Bep, I see you paid a visit to Saudi Arabia for the Supercoppa. I hope you enjoyed it. Look at that. Look at what I have. I didn't even show you that, but you know what it is? From Saudi Arabia. When I will open it, there will be Saudi Arabia Air. It's actually a pins from the Supercoppa. You see? Supercoppa with the tub there. Tobe. It's really beautiful. Really beautifully done. This was only for people in the VIP seats of Saudi Arabia. Really, really, really nice. Mohammed is going to meet Pueblo Juve. I will tell them you say all hi. Tell them hi from us. Tell them hi from us. Please do more. Really, really, really fantastic. Fantastic. It's really nice because tomorrow there will be a special event in Texas, Houston, where Alessandro Del Piero will be. Fantastic. They will probably watch the game together. It will be a watch party. That's really nice. And people are telling me, Beppe, congrats. You are from Riyadh, Zero Talk. But then you need to watch my vlog. I made a fantastic vlog that people appreciated. And also thank you to all the people here that pushed it. If you want to continue to push the vlog, grande. If we reach 10,000, beautiful. Today I believe we reached like, how much? 7,700, something like that, which I was already happy. But it's thanks to you guys, I did fantastic. I was in it. Bravo. But I don't know, guys, with the nicknames. You didn't say my name was Zirtalks, no? What is your name? Tell me your name, then I will know. Disastro. The guys are fooling me. Zirtalks, how can I know? 7,800 at the moment. It's fantastic. You were not there. I wish I went though. I know, but you cannot say I was kidding. I was not kidding. Go now. You're punished. You need to go and you need to watch it at least 3 times. That's your punishment. Anyway, delete. No updates, guys. I think it will be. It will stay for what it was. It means an idea more from the entourage and the player that said, "Ooh, if possible, I go for it. I go for it." At this point, I would have taken him. I would have taken him. Look, we have inside information from Milan, journalist, really well informed. I already spoke a lot of time with Daniele Longo about Tomori. Thank you, Karovic. Okay, Tomori wants to stay at Milan. I trust Daniele a lot. It is his priority. Juventus will present an offer in the next hours. If it goes through, if that offer reached 30 million euro, bonus included, but if you reach 30 million euro, the Rossoneri will speak with Tomori. So, to make it simple, player priority is to stay at Milan. If tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow, Juventus goes with an offer to Milan that included bonuses, obligation to buy, 5 million loan plus 25, or 5 plus 20 plus 5 of bonus, whatever. If you reach 30 million, Milan will speak with the player. That doesn't mean that the player will say yes. But Milan will say, look, we accept that money. If you want, you can stay or you can go. Today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow. If I need to put, where are my the 10 cents that I always bet here? That's the maximum I can do at the moment with my finances. My 10 cents. If I put my 10 cents, and if I could call today, Giuntoli, I would say, don't even spend the energy and the time. It will not happen. Milan will say no at the end. Tomori will say no at the end. I would have loved him, but on the 29th of December, if the mercato was open before that change with Fonseca, Conceição, you should have already had a pre-contract signed by all parts. And the 2nd of January, he should have been playing with the Juve shirt there. Hey guys, at the moment it's really 10 cents in a €100 restaurant. This is what I have on my bank account at the moment. Let me check. What does the book say on the mercato will hand? Oof, I'm scared to open the book. Orion, 35 months with us. Ciao Beppino. Thank you, Orion. Any chances of getting David for a couple of minutes? No. But Orion, you're always here. Orion 45, you're always here. I always repeat that. Every single live, I repeat that. He is not a European player. He cannot come. You know what I will do? I will do something. No, at a certain moment, we need to do something. Because if even the loyals, because Orion is a loyal, are asking exactly the same question, I feel better now. I really feel better now. I feel better now. No, guys, I cannot. I think it's already 6 months that I repeat every single time the same thing. Or people, they don't watch enough videos of Beppe, and that's not good. Or people, they forget, can happen, eh? Or people, they say, Beppe, we will make Beppe crazy, not only the mercato, also Beppe, we will make him totally crazy, we will fool him. Yeah. David Hancko, yeah. No, he didn't mean that. Oh, he didn't mean that. Look, guys, read again. Ciao Beppino, any chance getting David for a couple of million now, even if Vlahovic doesn't get sold now? It makes totally no sense. It makes totally no sense to speak about David Hancko. If we don't sell, or if we sell Vlahovic and you replace who? Dusan Vlahovic with David Hancko. Anyway, now it's there. It's there. You will make me crazy. Also for you, 3 times the vlog you need to watch from beginning to end. David Trezeguet, yeah. What were we speaking about? Alessio. I don't remember what we were speaking about, guys. Tomori, but I think that was a closed chapter. We need to cite David. Bravo. David Platt, what a player. I'm still not 100% convinced about Jonathan David. I tell you, really. I think he already improved. So it's already better than in the beginning. But I'm still not 100%. You know why I would do it? Because it's a player that earns less. Voila. On a free, so you don't have to spend money, and he earns less. And with that money, you can invest on other roles. Sebastiano Sarno is a good kid. He's a good kid. Really. It's a nice kid. Why not? But it's not one of the sources that I take into consideration personally. Then, of course, everyone can do whatever they want. But no, David Sarno, no, Sebastiano, no, David, you see now? No, Sebastiano Sarno. He was about to be destroyed by the Milan fans because he promised an entire summer long that Zirkzee would have been a Milan player. He promised it. He promised it with his life. He was tweeting about it every single day. He received a lot of follow also thanks to that. And then it didn't come. But guys, mercato is great. It's not who reports the news that is making the deal. So everything can happen. But it's how you put yourself, you know. And that's what sometimes I don't like that much, you know. Don't promise things because you don't know. Because you are not the one that are doing the deals. So if you are arrogant or with an air of I am the one that will tell you the truth, then no. Especially because who are you? You know, you're not a journalist. You're it's like, you know, I don't want to mention names, but guys, no. Then that you are ambitious, that you have ambitions, that you want to go for, then okay. But I can do the same, guys. I could potentially do the same. I put myself in a beautiful, you know, Hugo Boss costume. I'm here, beautiful. I say, guys, today I will tell you the mercato of Juve. Guys, I know exactly the same things as all the journalists. I know exactly the same things because in real time I'm following all of them. I know the news. I know from here, from there. I have On top of that, I also have some sources. I could do the same, but I don't do that. And I have a channel. I could have done that since years now. I also work in partnership with Juve. I could do that for years. That's why, I always pay attention to these guys. Reporting news is one thing, then starting to promise and saying, I'm mature, I will tell you the truth, the mercato insider. No. I prefer to go towards a Daniele Longo that I know how professional he is. He's a journalist. He's close to Milan. He's a bit the Romeo Agresti from Milan, for example. Anyway, let me go to Orion. Thank you, my buddy. I meant Edgar Davids, 100%. I had a brain fart, excuse me. Man, no, guys, we are joking, especially with you, Orion. Thanks for taking the time to explain all the tomfoolery of this job. What a disaster. It's tough, huh? It's really tough. It's really, really tough. To explain everything is tough, because every time it's changing. One is saying Tomori will, he wants to join Juve. The other one is saying no. It's a big mess. Seriously, mercato is really crazy. But thank you to you, Orion. No, thank you. And I know I'm joking, huh? Of course, with Jonathan David, because I know that people, guys, I work with it every single day, so I know people, they cannot be here on the channel every single day following Beppe, and especially because sometimes I say it after 1 hour and 10 minutes from the lives. So, of course. What do you want me to tell about Gutierrez, Spiros Lantos? If you want that much for me to speak about Gutierrez, then it means that you know more than me about Gutierrez. I know he's from Girona. Honestly, I don't know a lot. Last year I was following Girona a lot, but this year I don't know about Gutierrez, guys. I heard the name, I heard there was some interest, but I don't know a lot. So on that one, you will need to come back so that I'm a bit more informed. But there were already so many defenders I needed to follow. For example, Danso from Lens, that I try to focus myself on ultimately, which has a big chance. Pay attention. We didn't speak a lot about him today, but he has really a big chance to be one of the contenders to come to Juve. Maybe as a second defender. Maybe the second. I think that the second defender in the list of we like will arrive before the first one. So we'll have a stronger defender as a second name. People will be crazy when they will hear the name of the first defender that will arrive. But it's not good enough, and we were expecting better. And probably Juve will go for the main course then. So first we start with les entrées, and then we go towards the main course. Pino! 9 mesi. Happy birthday for your baby. 9 months together with us. Thank you, my friend. Hit the like button and subscribe for Beppe. Grande Pino. Grandissimo Pino. Hato disappeared, guys, from the list. For what reason? I have no idea. Appetizers. That was the name. I said the entrée. In French, it's entrée. Can we talk about Cope? How come that we are unlocking? But it's a discussion that is always the same. I tell you, according to me, it's a player that got lost into, I want to help the team. And I want to fill up the spaces where we need someone. If it's on the left, I go on the left. If it's on the right, I go on the right. You remember the first games that we were analyzing of Cope? The first games, before his injury. Where one time he was totally on the right, one time he was totally on the left, one time he was central. And we didn't know where is he actually playing Cope. Which I think confused more him than us. Then he got injured, doesn't play, the ribs, that hurt a lot. He came back not 100%, so he needed also that form to come back. He didn't do that trainings in the summer. And I think that now he lost, on top of that, he lost confidence because the games are not yet how they need to be. Lost a lot of confidence because he knows. He's a big fan of Juve. He really wanted to join Juve. He did everything to join Juve. Guys, when you do so much to join Juve and then things are not going well, you're not able to help the team, you're not at the level that you are before, that's the worst thing that can happen, that you are so also start to doubt about yourself. But Thiago needs to help him. He tried, honestly. Honestly, he tried to help him. He gave him the vice captain band to show him the trust. He continued to play him, even if he was doing bad. He played him even when he had a fever. He gave him that armband of captain against Torino when Locatelli was not there. So today we can say, hey guys, but these things are wrong choices. These things are unacceptable. He tried to help him from a mental point of view. What I would love to as well is to see him being helped also on the field. Not only him helping the other ones, but I think that I can resume now a bit with it's time for us to help Koop. Instead of Koop trying to help the team. This is a thing that today he didn't speak about it in press conference, but the last time he spoke about it in press conference, and he said, you can go back, I think it was before Atalanta game, he said it's the player that I was expecting as a player and as a person. He sacrificed himself a lot for the players, Thiago Motta, for the team. He said sometimes he's doing things that are not noticed because he wants to help the team, these kind of things. Well, I think it's now the moment that we are trying to help him, to find him. But of course, if he starts against Atalanta and the two first touches of Koop are a total disaster, easy touches, easy control, that you should just control that ball, it's tough. It's really tough. When it enters here, guys, what do you think about the new number of Kvaratskhelia? Odd choice, a strange choice, no? Who on earth takes the number 2029? It's a really strange number. But was better in the past, no? When you had like from 1 to 11 the players on the field. On the bench you had 12, 13, 14, 15 because you had like not a lot of people. 22,000 is too much, way too much, too high. You sure? What a strain. Of course, it's the length of the contract. Bremer had exactly the same. Remember? Here, 2029. Is his age, yeah. Pecci think, Beppe, go to bed. Now you're tired. Tomorrow we have a big game. As if, he's speaking to me like if I needed to play tomorrow. Saying, Beppe, go to bed because tomorrow we have an important game. Then you will be tired to play tomorrow and then we will not win the game. C'est son salaire à la minute. You know what? I will listen to Pecci, my brother here. And I will go to bed so that tomorrow I'm informed. Who knows? Maybe it can help. You never know. If tomorrow Thiago he calls me Beppe, you know what? You are in the list of Juve. We can potentially let you play. Come in. Un Français dans la chat. Mais il y a beaucoup de gens qui parlent français. Hein? Il y a énormément de gens qui parlent français qui suivent la chaîne. The book. Let's make Juvepels and Thomas happy with the book. But about what? About the end of it was about the end of the mercato, right? You want what? Only the Brave book, or you want a story? A paragraph. Just a paragraph, huh? A paragraph from Adam Digby, A History in Black and White. You know what? Thomas asked only the Brave about the mercato. We will do that. Only the brave about the mercato, I promise you. But first, we do this about the moment of Juve. Give me pages for explaining a bit. Oh no, maybe we can go with a paragraph that needs to enter the mind of Thiago Motta. Bravo. The paragraph that needs to enter in the mind of Thiago Motta. Let's see if it works. I don't know if it works. I never used that book. So go with numbers now. First, let me say thank you to Paolo. Thank you. Thank you. That is also speaking French. Another one that is speaking French. See, we have a lot of people speaking French in the chat. So go. I will take a page. I will take the page of Pecci said page 20. You know why I took Pecci? Because Pecci, he said, Beppe, I want that you take care about your health. But we have a problem, Pecci, because page 20 is just a number. So Pecci, we cannot help. So I will take another one. Page 20 is just a number. You see? Look, 21 here, 21. So page 20, there is nothing. We go with 77. 77. Let's see. Okay, the good thing is that we have text. Page 77. Here. 77. Okay. Let me choose a paragraph. Wait, and then we will come back. Kelly, you will have another chance for another book. This is a small story, a small paragraph that we need to give to Thiago Motta. Let's see. I don't know, it's really random. By December, let's start again. By December, Juventus were runaway leaders of Serie A, having set a new points record for the opening 15 games. They had outscored their opponent by 25 goals to 6 and kept an incredible 9 clean sheets. Platini was at the heart of everything, bagging 9 goals while supplying a new look strike force comprised of Michael Laudrup and Aldo Serena. He had also become the first ever 3-time winner of the Ballon d'Or and was named World Player of the Year for the second successive season. The club had no European Super Cup to contest as Everton had lost the right to compete. However, Juventus had secured a place in the quarter-final of the European Cup, demolishing Luxembourg champions Jeunesse Esch 9-1 on aggregate and defeating Hellas Verona 2-0. It was the Intercontinental Cup the players and supporters looked to, both to honor those lost and to truly claim their place among the greats. Set to face Coppa Libertadores holders Argentino Juniors, the Bianconeri landed in Tokyo, buoyed by their recent sparkling form, but were immediately troubled by the state of the pitch. Arriving to train at the National Olympic Stadium of Kazimagaoka, Juventus were shocked to find a surface that looked more suitable for blokes than football players. The ball hopped around like a rabbit, remarked Trapattoni, as he feared their opponent would enjoy an advantage. I could continue. What I hear here in that story, it's not really that Galatasaray or etc. What I hear here, one important one, what we are missing is when they are saying, by December, Juventus were runaway leaders of Serie A, having set a new points records for the opening 15 games. They had outscored their opponents by 25 goals to 6 and kept an incredible 9 clean sheets. Attenzione, now it's arriving. Platini was at the heart of everything, bagging 9 goals while supplying a new-look strike force comprised of Michael Laudrup and Aldo Serena. What are we speaking about? We are speaking about Koopmeiners, Douglas Luiz, and Kefren Thuram. And this is what this Juventus is missing. Finding the way to unlock themselves with one key player. That key player is Koopmeiners. You see? The difference? Platini was at the heart of everything, bagging 9 goals. If today Koopmeiners would have banged 9 goals, because today he is at the heart of everything, but if today Koopmeiners was banging 9 goals at this moment, because here we are speaking about December, we are January, we are there, guys. We are there, it's the same, and probably today Juventus would probably have been there, up with Napoli and Inter. Koopmeiners is the key. According to the book, if we need to speak to Thiago Motta, according to this book, it is one thing. Thiago, find a way to make Koopmeiners score. And if the book is right, tomorrow, Koopmeiners will be at the center of everything, and tomorrow, Koopmeiners will do a fantastic game. We do the last one with the Book of Truth. That's not the story, That's easy. This is boom boom, You know how it goes. End of the mercato. How will the end of the mercato goes? This is the book of truth, like people are calling it in the chat. So go with a maximum of numbers. Maximum of numbers. If you want Pecci to have your chance again, you need to write it. You can spam, you can do whatever you want, but maximum of numbers in the chat. It's now the moment to do it. Because this will describe the end of the mercato. There are still 2 weeks to go, we know it, but go with a maximum of numbers. It stops at 149. It stops at 149. No, page 1 doesn't exist. It starts at page 4. So from 4 to 149. Go with a maximum of numbers, because I will refresh, and you know it as usual. I will, at a certain moment, close my eyes. You can hear, that I am, up. I'm scrolling so that it's updating the numbers, and then I click at a certain moment. Now, Davey, that today contacted me by on Instagram, by the way. Today contacted me on Instagram. This is, guys, you don't believe me, but this is really, really, really the book of truth. You believe me or not, but this book is really, really, really the book of truth. Every time that we use the book, he tells us the truth. This is a message to Cristiano Giuntoli. This is a message to Cristiano Giuntoli. What is happening at the moment in this mercato? We know it, During this mercato, we go on a player, and then the circumstances are saying, but they sacked the coach, they have a new coach, we cannot go for him. We go for another player. Yeah, good, all good, but not now. Not now. In the summer. Now we keep him. We want to go for another player. We have everything, and then he found an agreement with his ex-club. It's over. Look. At a certain moment, circumstances, okay, but the message is clear on page 13, guys. 13. Cristiano, the book is telling you that you are not a product of your circumstances. You are a product of your decisions. Cristiano, you are not a product of your circumstances. You are a product of your decisions. Who do you want? You want Hancko? Put the money on the table. He will be there tomorrow. Find a solution. You want Danso? Go and take him. If you wanted already 2 defenders, they should have been here. They should have been there on the 2nd of the 3rd. You could have gone for Sergio Ramos. We can complain, eh? Yeah, but we tried, and at the end we are waiting for this or for that. We don't wait. We don't wait. Go, make decisions. Now it's time for decisions. The book has spoken. Time for decisions. We waited too long. With that, I drop the mic. You know it, huh? We cherish that book a lot. Because this one is always right. And we cannot use it every single time. We took the other one that told us, that told Thiago, unlock Koop, find a way to let him score. That's what he said in the book. Find a way to let him score. This one says to Giuntoli, basta with the circumstances. Take decisions. Jake, Paolo, Vic, Francisulca. What a beautiful name. Where is that coming from? Francisulco. That's coming from the north. Iceland. Where is that? I need to know where that country is. Francisulco. Or it can be Bulgarian. Albania. I was totally wrong. Anyway, it's a beautiful name. Francisulco. Ciao to Shadow 13. Amazzako. Pecci. Ciao Orion 45. Again, for Orion and for all the other people, you know, there is a message, an important one below. Jonathan David cannot join Juventus this winter. He is not a European player. Read this 3 times, please. Ciao a tutti, ci vediamo domani, we see each other tomorrow. Grazie, forza. Juve. Ciao.